All right, Shalom. For the first, I want to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Shai, by Hashem Hara Kakodak Bakatom. Give honor to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, and to our document across the globe. Preaching the word of truth and sincerity, I want to say Shalom. So I died now from the great millstone camp in Chicago. Well, another lesson, man. And today, we're going to get into these false prophets, man. All right, our job is to warn the people. Our job is to have the testimony of Yahweh Shai with the spirit of prophecy. All right, and our job is to prophesy. Our job is to warn the people, tell them what's coming up ahead. All right, and that no, it's not going to be a cakewalk, man. Not even for the elect. All right, because what we don't know is that if we're part of the elect or not. We're not going to push a narrative that everything's going to be all hunky dory, man. All right, and it's not. The scripture is set up in such a way to where you got to really be blind or unlearned, or just the Lord ain't dealing with you to sit there and not understand all the prophecies that are going to be coming to pass concerning Jacob's trouble, concerning the end of the world, which is the end of this age, which is the end of Esau's rulership. All right, so through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. I got some precepts queued up, and not in any particular order, really. So we're going to get Jeremiah 28 and 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. All right, so if we're prophets and men of the Lord, our job is to prophesy not only against Babylon, all right, and these other nations, all right, but also to prophesy of war. All right, and you can see the beating of the war drums are growing much more intense over there in Ukraine. You have Poland getting involved. You have that other nation next to Ukraine. I forgot the name of the nation, but more nations are getting involved in this war, man. All right, in the evil, we're telling you about these unreleased pestilences, these unreleased viruses and bugs, so to speak, that's going to be released on society, man. All right, the purge that's coming to Chicago on January 1st. All right, how the MOTB, the mark of the beast, is coming into effect faster and faster by the passing of each day. You see, our job is to warn you people. Our job is to tell you that these bad times are going to be just that, bad times, man. All right, and the men of the Lord are out here on the highways and the byways telling you to prepare yourselves for the upcoming perils that are ahead. All right. Lock in. To escape. Alright, I'm gonna go to the next precept. This is Jeremiah 30 and 7. Jeremiah 30 and 8, 30 and 7. At last, for the day is great, that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right, and what's Jacob's trouble? Well, the Jacob's trouble is ultimately going to be the implementation of the MOTB. All right, the charagma. All right, in which if you take the MOTB, the charagma, the mark of the beast. All right, you're gonna get destroyed by Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, and Jacob's trouble is what we're gonna see it right here in Second Esdras, chapter 15 and 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. See, this is that evil that we were reading about earlier, man. You see? It says woe to the world. That means destruction to the world and them that dwell therein. Alright, this is going to be Jacob's trouble, man. And right now, we're in the beginning of Jacob's trouble. We're trying to defund the police. They're having all these laws here in Illinois to where you're not going to be able to go to jail, basically, man. Alright? Said, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Right? There's going to be all types of commotion and fighting amongst the American citizens, man. All right, there's going to be gun battles. There's going to be fist fights. There's going to be sword fights with bats and hammers and all types of weaponry that's going to be used during this time of insurrection, man. For thou shalt be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able. All right, and you're going to see the boundaries going to be set from city to city. You're going to see the different rioting and different uprisings of the people and all the land, all the land here in America, man. All right, the police are going to drop their badges. All right, you're going to have the military in here doing door-to-doors. All right, rounding people up to go to FEMA camps. No one ever said that this walk, all right, and to get to salvation is going to be easy, man. All right, he said through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom, man. Tribulation is just hard times, man. All right, trouble. You see, there's going to be a lot of trouble and a lot of fighting, a lot of death, a lot of bloodshed, a lot of killing that's going to be going on before Yahweh Shah comes back, man. All right. It said, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, man. Hey, and once all hell breaks loose, all right, where there's going to be all these people getting released from the prisons, roaming the streets, no more 911, no more nobody being able to call anybody for help. Then you're going to truly see how tough people are. Really going to truly see the true colors and intentions of the heart of these people, man. You see? None of this sounds like it's going to be an easy walk, man. If you believe in the prophecies of Yahweh Shai and understand the prophecies of Yahweh Shai, then you know that we got to prepare ourselves spiritually and mentally for what's going to be coming up in the times ahead, man. All right? It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. You see? All right, so that neighbor upstairs who you were so inclined to give a cup of sugar to when they ask for it, or maybe watch their kids while they run to make an errand or two. Hey, those neighbors are gonna be turned to enemies, man. All right, those community, those prepper communities where you got multi-families living on certain lands and they call them and start trying to band together. Well, wait till that fabric breaks down. Wait till they start getting envious and jealous of one another. They're gonna turn on each other also, man. You see? All because of what? Hunger, man. Hunger will drive people to do a lot of things that they normally wouldn't do when things are okay. All right? I got that. This is Ezekiel 3:17. Says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. And hey, we are watchmen, man. A true watchman is blowing the trumpet, resounding the horn. All right, but you can't receive this song because you don't have your ears tuned in to hear. All right, we've been saying the same thing. I know we've been teaching the same things. I've been in the truth, man. All right, and the elders and apostles for 30 going on 40 years, man. You see, we're shepherds, man. All right, we really look over the flock. We're to sound the alarm when the wolves come in, when the snakes come in. You see? And we're not hirelings, man. Our job is to stand on our watch, okay, and warn the people from the upcoming destruction that's going to be rolled in by Yahweh Shai, man. All right? So when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, With the blood will I require at thine hand. You see? All right, so our job is to get the blood off our hands. So we got to sound the trumpet. We got to tell people that Jacob's trouble is coming, that famine, that war, the pestilence. You see? The force. Let's get that. The four sword judgments. This is Ezekiel 14 and 21. It said, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, how much more will I send my four sword judgments upon Jerusalem, the sword and the famine and the noisome beast and the pestilence to cut off from it man and beast. You see? In Israel, the people before us the place. All right? So our people have much tribulations coming ahead, man. None of this is going to be easy. None of this is going to be a cakewalk, man. All right? We're not going to be having block parties and concerts during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. When all hell is breaking loose, man, hey, the last thing you're going to be thinking about is I'm twerking on a police car, man. You see? Yet you sit there and try to, what's the word we use? Bear false witness against the elders and apostles and the men for making it seem like we're pushing a narrative that is going to be easy out here, man. You see? Where nowhere in the scripture does it say that it's going to be easy. Nowhere have you ever heard any man of the Lord, especially those in great millstones, ever teach that it's going to be an easy walk, that Jacob's trouble is going to be easy. You see? But it's going to be hard times, man. All right? So with that one, say, Kahalal, Yabashmi al-Shai, double honor to the apostles and the elder of the great millstone. Till next time, Shalom and a Bible bar.